So Eric is going to pass around the first two, everybody gets 2 pages, the top 2 pages. And this is just an exercise to get your brain moving on putting together some SEO headlines for your blog. And kind of thinking in a way that can put your blog kind of is your hook. Because there's a lot of blogs out there, but how are we going to get people to hook in onto your blog? So I might write something like, how to up your happiness in a down economy. So that might be my hook, and my SEO-friendly word is happiness. So that's what I'm going to go with. So does that make sense?
So your SEO hook is the
title of your blog.
Of the blog for the day. It's not your blog name. It's your content. It's your content title.
So it's the title of the article or the submission.
Right.
Post.
Yes, your post. Yes.
So that's picking. So in that, when you like on Blogspot where it has the title of your
blog
what a different, yeah. That's the name that they're picking up.
So you have a name for your blog.
Well, you have a name for your blog, but then you open up your blog for the day.
Right.
You're about to blog.
Right.
And you're going to write
a title.
Post. Thank you.
Yes.
You're going to write the title of that post.
Correct.
You're saying the title is the SEO hook
yes.
that you want.
Your title is the most important thing of your entire blog, is your title. So.
Title, no. The post, the title of the title.
Title of the article, the title of the post.
The title of your post is the most important part of the blog post.
The title that changes each time you write it?
Yes.
That one?
Yes.
The general one?
There is no general.
There's no general one?
No. Every post has a different title that you're going to come up with. So choose wisely.
So everybody, we're getting some more printed out, so can we look on with other people maybe?
Yeah, I can look. Yeah.
Who still needs some?
I can work with someone now.
Do you all have one back there? Yes. Everyone's so generous.
Okay, yes, now.
So I went to a media workshop, and they gave me a book that I paid for so this came from the book that I paid for, so don't share this with anyone, please. But these are one of the most friendliest, media-friendly hooks out there. So utilize them, because these make great posts as titles to your blogs.
What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Steve Harrison's Fame Formulas.
Oh, that's it.
The top famous formulas in media today. Okay, so moving right along, once you have your title to your blog, which is the most important part of your blog, the second sentence, or the very first sentence of your blog needs to incorporate the very friendly terms that you're used in your title. That's what you need to put in your very first sentence.
So repeat?
Repeat. Yes. Repeat in some way or form.
Do you know what that does? Try repeating it?
Because usually with Google, it's going to pick up just the first portion of your blog. Like let's say you have a 700-word blog. Google's going to pick up the first maybe 150 words, or maybe even less. So you want to make sure that your SEO-friendly words are in the first paragraph and very much in the first sentence. So, and once you have about 300 words, you want to start repeating your words. Again, you want to pick the tag words that are friendly, SEO friendly, and incorporate them and pepper them throughout your blog.
Taking questions?
Well, let's just wait, because I just want to get through this last part. And I mentioned add a photo or video. Video is really, Google loves video. YouTube, if you've got YouTube and you're on YouTube, or you have a YouTube channel, your blog is going to get a lot of traffic. So if you don't have a YouTube channel, it's free. So get yourself a YouTube channel and start uploading some video on there and link it to your blog. Because there's lots and lots of people on YouTube.
And your good friend is a good person to talk to about getting videos on YouTube.
Okay, just two more things. A call to action. I think when you're having a blog, if you're going to start a blog, you need to have a call to action. What do you want people to do after they've read your information? What do you want to know from them? Or what do they think of what you had to write with relationship to XYZ? Or maybe you're offering a book. Or maybe you're having a workshop coming up. Or maybe there's something free you're offering. Or there's some special that you might be offering. Offer this as a call to action in your blog. And lastly, of course, your signature, who you are, your tagline, and your contact information, which is your website and your email address.
That's my tagline.
Your tagline is kind of what we went around and everybody did kind of a 30-second of who you are and then your little blurb about.
Oh, so it's like a paragraph?
No, it doesn't have to be a paragraph.
Sentence.
Yeah.
Like a slogan.
Yeah, like a slogan or, yeah.
Like coaching.
Yeah, like coaching. Do we have any questions? Yes.
Okay,
Laura.
so I'm in the process of writing a book, as we all are, and I'm going over it, like wordsmithing every little detail. How much of that do you do with your blog, and how much of it is just like pouring off the top of your head what's on your mind that day? And how much time do you spend going back and rewording it, and you know, like all that?
Okay, well, there's two ways I can answer that. The top bloggers, the A-list bloggers, they spend literally 5 to 6 hours a day on their post. That's one post.
How often do you post?
The best, if you really want to get your platform moving, you should try to post like at least 2 to 3 times a week. You know, if you're just starting out, I mean, you're not going to be an A-list blogger. I mean, we all started out with not having an email list with anybody on it. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right? So, you know, so start short. You know, you don't have to do a 700-word blog. You can do a 300-word blog, and go with what's working for you. Don't go against what's, you know, like, oh, I've got all this information, I need to get it out in one blog. You know, and blog when you're feeling good. You know, and you get a lot of ideas when you're talking to people, or you're out and about, or you're listening to the radio. Sometimes you're sitting in front of your computer like, oh, what should I blog about? You're waiting for, you know, the computer to come up with something. You know, that's the worst time to blog. So when you're feeling inspired, or you just went for a walk, or you just had a really great conversation with somebody on the phone, you know, and write down some of this stuff. Keep a little journal of some, you know, blog posts that, you know, have kind of stirred some creativity and imagination for you.
Can I say something around that? Also, I tell some of my clients who are overwhelmed by blogging, you don't always have to originate your own content. You can link. We were talking earlier about linking to other articles, other blogs. You can always say, you know, this really struck me as being relevant to my readers. Here's the link. Here's what I think about it. And it could just be a paragraph. And then just put it out there. You know, every blog post doesn't have to be a magnum opus. So just relax.
And that's why I mentioned some of the top blogs out there, like Huffington Post, for example. I read a lot of articles on Huffington Post, and I tag a lot of those articles into my own blog. Okay, we only have time for like 2 more questions.
Is it detrimental if you only post like once every 2 weeks? I mean, is there something that goes against you by not doing it regularly or frequently?
You know, like I said, it all depends on your intention. You know, your blog is what you want to make it. So it just depends on your intention. There's no, you're going to blog hell because you didn't, you know, blog 2 or 3 times this week.
Blog limbo, on the other hand.
Okay, yes.
You say 700 words as if that's better than 300, and I'm, you know, in my experience, not with blogging, but just in living in general and content and so on, people don't have time.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, 300 words is a lot. Why? I'm going to bore someone maybe, or it's going to be a negative if they go to 700, even if it's all exciting. It takes time.
And like I said, it's what you want to make it. If you want to just do 300 words, do 300 words. I mean, some of my favorite bloggers, I can't wait to read their blog in the morning because it gets me going, and it's way more than 700 words. So it really just, like I said, it just depends on your intention.
And what is it that gets you going on that? What do you mean?
My favorite blog is called The Daily Love.
Okay.
The Daily Love. LOVE, The Daily Love.
And
.com.
Is it X-rated or is it?
No.
So what about it is?
It's just inspirational, but it's also my niche.
Okay.
So that's part of my niche and part of my industry, and it gives me ideas.
And it's different every day.
It's different every day. Trisha.
So, two quick questions. How do you find the most appropriate search engine words optimization? Is it through this scribe.com or
you can use Scribed? Yeah, you can use Scribed. I use Scribed only because I pay for Scribed. Like I said, it's $17 a month. It's already plugged into my blog. So it does the work for me. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just go to Google Analytics and
Analytics. Google Analytics. The other thing is I have a segment on my website for blogging. So how do people know to go there? Because of the SEO words?
Well, part of it is the SEO words. Part of it is tagging your blog onto other blogs.
People who does similar work.
Right. Networking with people, letting them know, oh, I just wrote a blog about that. You should go to it. Yes.
Yes. It's a personal thing to write a blog. It's like a journal online, for me at least, in my vision, my work. So what do I do when I have other people that come up into my life that I want to put into the story? Is it wrong as a blog ombudsman? Is it ethical to mention someone's name, or should you make up a fake name and protect their identity? And what do you do with that?
Well, I think this ties into the ethics that we talked about.
Not a negative. I'm not saying it's a negative thing to mention someone.
Yeah, I think it's better to keep someone anonymous.
Or ask permission.
It's a safe and better way to go. So you might just say, I met with a friend today. You don't have to name names, or a colleague.
So
if it's a plug for that person.
We're going to have to wind it down, maybe take one more question. And remember, this is a very big, Jackie's trying to give us a little window into this and not solve all the problems, and maybe you'd be willing for people to call you or email you.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to get a hold of me, absolutely. If you want to subscribe to my blog, I'm at gethappyzone.com. You could go to my Facebook fan page, which is also gethappyzone.com. Subscribe, and you get a free complimentary happiness kit. And if you have any more questions, just send me an email.